Okay guys, so this is the update on my printer. Um, Fortunately the new board is not, it has a mind of its own. I don't know if it's if it's the software or something else. As you could see, every time I try to put the temperature to set a temperature, and then goes back to zero on its own. So I'm not able to print anything actually. This is the problem. And this printer's the creality, it has so many problems, especially the upgrade kit. So the problem is with the bed leveling. So this is what really happened with the bed leveling. So I looked on the internet, and I found out that uh, their bed leveling is the PCB, the printed circuit board, in this box, in the black box, this one. So they have soldered it in reverse. So I had to um, switch the wires. So this is one of the problems. So I did that. I I hooked up some banana connectors so I could reverse it back and forth as I like. Um, so I think the bed leveling thing, it got to work. I got it working, but it's not good. It's not. I had too many trials and errors, and I wasn't able to get it to work perfectly. I don't know. It's not very accurate. Um, I don't know if I was doing the calibration right, but the way I started the calibration, um, I I calibrated the bed first, and then I there's the screw here. So you get a screwdriver and make sure that you set it very close to the when the light goes off, so um, you will know that this is like at the optimal setting for it. So when the light turn on and when the bed is leveled, you will know that this is when you have the optimal setting on this one. um, so I did that. It's still not very accurate. Sometimes it just plunges into the bed. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So um, well, this is not the major issue actually. It's not just the bed leveling is the major issue. It's when you using the bed leveling and you're trying to print something. So I'm not sure if it is the app, not the app. I mean the firmware. The firmware. I've tried their most recent firmware they have on their website, and that one doesn't work with the auto bed leveling. I tried previous versions, and it's working with the auto bed leveling, but the problem is it's the temperature just keeps changing, and it's not allowing me to print anything. I don't know if it's with the board connection, but I think I got my board connections right, because everything is it's just I think it's the board is not right. Something's wrong with the board or the firmware, because every time I set a temperature, it goes back to zero. See, I'm just gonna show you here now. Control temperature. I can't even get anything to print. I want 240. So let's set it to 240, and then we print something. Okay. Then let's spend so many hours on this. I'm frustrated. This company shit. They sell you a kit, no instructions, nothing, and then try to figure everything on your own. So as you can see here now, the temperature is rising for the nozzle, but as soon as I hit print something or resume print, Or let's yeah. So I hit resume print. Look what's gonna happen now. The temperature of the bed changed on its own. I didn't even touch it. So now I want to go back and hit pause again, and then go control temperature. I want to change the bed temperature to 40. Okay, where it was before. So main menu, resume print, and let's see what happens now. Okay, so I will show you what's going to happen once it reaches to the temperature. It's gonna go back to zero. I think something is gonna go wrong. Like I've been trying for hours. So my only now the second thing I'm gonna try is probably go back to the most recent. Um, it's either something wrong with this board or the firmware. So I'm gonna try go back to the most recent firmware and see if it's gonna work with this board. Otherwise, maybe something is wrong with the board or the connection. But I don't think it's the connection because everything is working fine as I showed you in the previous video. The bed temperature is working fine. Everything's working fine. I could control it. I could control everything fine, but the temperature just keeps changing on its own. So that's something probably wrong with the board. More than just it's not just the connection. It's just the board. So now let's see. Look what happens here. Okay. We also had see, it's supposed to go now. It's printing, supposed to, but nothing's coming out from the nozzle. No, I know it's my nozzle. See, and there's always some problem. The temperature didn't change this time. Okay, but nothing is coming out from the nozzle. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and I know it's not blocked. I will show you why it's not blocked. If I go to the extruder setting, something goes on. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this printer. So I'm gonna pause the print or stop it because there's nothing in the coming out. So I will go move up the nozzle. I just want to show you. It's not really blocked, but nothing's coming out. So always something goes wrong. Either the motor is not running, or the temperature changes on its own. You see, it's not blocked. There's nothing blocked. It's just nothing coming out when it's trying to print. You can see this is the extruder, and I could extrude filament perfectly fine. It's coming out. It's nothing to do with. So I know my extruder is working. Oh, maybe. But why I don't see anything? Move access, extruder. Well, I know my extruder is working. I just saw the extruder motor just running. So, and there's nothing blocked. You can see the filament is coming out. Yeah, and the extruder motor is working. Wait, it works it has a mind of its own also. So this is the frustration, man. This is the frustration of this printer. It's very frustrating. Shit. Let's go back to the main screen. See? It dropped back to zero again. Shit. So I'm done. I'm done with this printer. It's just so many problems. If anyone knows how to get it fixed, let me know. If maybe I'm doing something wrong, please let me know, and I'll give it another try. Thanks.